Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's me, Margaret, live here at O'Donoghue's Pub.
Hey.
Good evening, ladies.
Good evening.
Also off camera is the band's drummer, Jeff.
What up, people?
That you almost heard in that one. He won't be drumming tonight, so if you hear him, don't be afraid that there's some strange man off camera talking.
I'm always drumming in my mind.
There you go. Anyway, so we've got Paula and Leslie here. Thank you for coming in and performing with us. So let's get a little bit of backstory of Me Margaret before you perform your first song. I hear you've all technically been doing this for quite some time.
Yes, technically.
How long has it been?
Oh, Lord.
We got together correct me if I'm wrong, 94.
I want to say in the 90s, like,
Wow.
let's say late 90s to be safe.
That's my era, so that's cool.
And we started acoustically.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
like this.
Mhm.
This is really...
So
exactly
this
how
is
we
kind of
started.
like homegrown for us, whatever homegrown is. 420.
Way to make it topical. That's really great right there. That's awesome. Loop the show back into itself.
Exactly.
But as I understand, you played for a few years
Yeah.
and then just kind of naturally took a break, I guess.
Naturally, yes. After we got signed to a record label called Rattlesnake Venom Records. It was cool. We did an album together, Hurry Up and Bleed.
Yeah.
It was a great body of work,
It was a great CD. We're really glad we got to do it. It was really great.
Mhm.
It's greater now even than it was then.
I'd love to
us.
hear that sometime.
Yeah, it's really
We'll
special.
we'll have to work that out
It's on
somehow.
Spotify.
It really?
What was
oh,
that,
okay,
Jeff?
awesome.
It was on Spotify.
It's on Spotify. Yeah, if
Reverbination.
Jeff, if you're going to talk, please talk into the mic.
It's on Spotify.
Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah, so we naturally took a break from. I think it was just frustration on my part. I didn't even communicate with anybody. I just was frustrated. I'd expected a lot more. Going on the road, there wasn't money. Supporting us radio, going on the road to get to the radio where they were playing us, there wasn't money to do that. So I think it was a frustration move. And, one of the things that we said during that time was, dreams, we don't give up our dreams. They just change. So that's what we lived on for a long time, and it's glad to be back playing and doing what really makes sense to us. This is in our soul. It really is. Music is. Oh, there's no reason to ever.
We
ever
feel
give
very
it up.
lucky that it's come back into our lives to kind of come full circle. We're looping. That's what we're doing.
Mhm.
And basically, it was our boy.
Go ahead and
here
say something.
that
I'm
got-
awesome.
Okay. Well, a couple years ago, my mom became ill, and I moved her out here to LA with us, and we were having a birthday party for her, and she didn't have any friends out here, and really nobody was going to come out here for her birthday party. We just decided to have it out here, so I got all my bands together. I'm in multiple bands, and I had a lot of good friends, and they just came out. And we had a party at the music school I teach at, and I said, girls, come out, let's just play like we did, because our first gig was spur of the moment. They called me at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and said, Jeff, our band is gone, we need a drummer. And I'd never played with them. I'd only listened religiously to the demo, and I said, okay. They said it's at 8 o'clock at Dragonfly. Come down and play with us. And I said, okay. So for the next 3 hours, I listened to the songs and just played them in my mind. I told you I play drums in my mind all the time.
Uh-huh.
So I listened to them, and at 8 o'clock, we played 6 songs, and it sounded like we had played together forever.
Mhm.
And from that point on, we've been together.
Mhm.
And when we took that break, it just kind of happened. It wasn't anything that anybody talked about. We just stopped playing. It was just
Mhm.
one of those things. A little bit of frustration on our part, I suppose. But I got them back, and of course they would come to my mom's birthday party. I mean, they're great friends. They're like my sisters. I mean, seriously. And so we got up there and we played like 3 or 4 songs, having not played in years. And it was just like the old days. And we all looked at each other and said, why did we stop playing?
Uh-huh.
And everybody in the audience said, why did you guys stop playing? And I said, okay, so let's get going. And here we are. We're back, and we're kind of playing, and
We're
hopefully.
kind of playing.
Yeah, we are playing, and we're going to record some of the stuff again that didn't make it on the record, and we're going to start writing some new stuff eventually. But while we let them play, because there's more stuff to tell, there's a lot more things to go and funny things to say, and but I think we don't want to hear me talk. We want to hear them play.
That's a good
so.
story, though.
Well, we'll have you play in just a moment. I do want to point out that this is
Okay.
technically the second time we will be broadcasting you.
That's right.
You were the opening act at
right.
Burbstock last year,
That's right.
which was our big foray into broadcasting remotely
yeah.
here at the pub, and so we welcome you back onto the show.
Aw,
Although
thank you.
A year ago or so, we barely knew each other. You didn't even know we were probably doing it until the day of. But welcome back, and as Jeff pointed out, because he's trying to run the show for me, I think people did tune in to hear you sing and play music. So let's go ahead and get a song here for everybody. What are we about to hear?
This one's called Room in the Woods.
Thank you, ladies. That was beautiful. Pay no mind to Sock right now. We're actually going to switch things up a little bit here. We're not getting the guitar like we want to. So we're gonna switch up, and we're gonna mic you acoustically instead of direct.
All right.
So pay no attention to the guy kneeling in front of you.
Okay. We'll try that.
So- All right, try this again. So in the meantime, I think we've established that the name of the band is It's Me Margaret.
Yes.
Where does that come from? Where'd that band name?
Oh, there's a combination on that.
Yeah.
It was from Judy Bloom's book, first of all. Hello, God.
Are you there?
Are you there, God? It's
Which
me,
was the
Margaret.
big question, and still is. Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret. Pretty
And
much
But then I knew a woman that I really loved.
named
Her name was Margaret, so it made
So
sense.
we almost were called Margaret.
Yeah.
And then
And then I had a real.
She had a say.
I had a say. That's what happens when you've got more than one person in the band.
so is this a democracy type band, or
It is now.
It is now.
God, it wasn't then.
Wasn't then.
Oh,
We
so-
would listen to Jeff every now and then.
But we were
We
really.
so who
you know?
who was originally calling the shots before this
Oh, I
democracy
was.
broke out?
Oh,
okay.
geez, yes, of course.
And you ceded power.
Yes,
Wow.
and I said, this sinking ship, if it's going to sink, it's going down with me.
I'm going down with right. What did you
Oh, so the democracy came about right about the time that you felt the ship was sinking, so everybody could share in the responsibility. Awesome.
You all have a say in this. No.
Yeah, it's really different now. It's
different.
amazing how that works. It
Okay.
is
And
amazing.
so how did It's Me Margaret or Margaret or whatever it was originally called? How did you all start this? How did this begin?
Paula used to do a spoken word. This
With
real
Toledo,
with
the Toledo show. He's
Toledo
really, really.
Diamond.
Yeah,
And
Toledo.
so I went to go see her play. I was in a punk band called the Loop Gods, and I went to go see her perform with Toledo. And it was sultry, it was dirty, it was sexy, it was smoky.
Oh, yeah,
And I
really
went,
cool.
oh God, I love that. And
I want me some of that.
I want me some of that.
That's what she did. Yeah.
Thanks for the cue.
Yeah. So we actually lived together, and she would be playing her songs, and you are such a brilliant songwriter. In and
Thank
of
you,
it, I mean,
Paula.
you can stand alone. There's no question. But for some reason, you were really attracted to something that I was
spoken
doing.
word. So we started off with like songs like Any Other Way and Creepy Creature, 'Cause It's Cool. These were some of our original songs where we had this little spoken word ensemble. And
Because
it
that's
was
all I
really-
did.
She didn't sing.
I spoke words. I didn't sing. So
Well, you do kind of now,
I
right?
kind of sing now. Yeah. But it
So
was
so hence I didn't even know this. Hence the beginning
didn't
of Any
say.
Other Way when you're
Yeah.
kind of saying
stuff because that's all I
Smoke
could
My
do.
Smoke.
I didn't realize that.
Those were all.
I didn't
She
know that.
only did spoken word. She didn't
That's all
sing.
I
So I did all the
did.
singing.
Wow, nice.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
sweet. It worked.
And so it worked, and so I wrote songs accordingly.
Yeah.
And then, through transitions, our first guitar player, Rich Aberson, who, by the way, is our guitar player
now.
now.
It's funny how shit works.
He's awesome. He's really good. I've always loved his style. but it all ended on a pizza on the lawn. But that's
I
another
know,
story.
right? The big ending, the big rock
Don't go
band
there.
ending, throwing pizza on the lawn.
He knows. He thinks it's funny.
Oh my God.
So we, Paul and I started to collaborate a little bit more as songwriters. I would come up with, you know, the melodies and sing kind of the chorus, and so she would come in and write some lyrics, and would start kind of singing. And I thought, oh my gosh, she's singing now. So I got another big idea. Wait, this gets good.
coming.
So let's start having her sing the songs too, and sing some harmonies. And her harmonies were so odd and so different, because I was so used to the four-part harmonies like the Beatles and things that you heard on the radio.
But I didn't know any of those.
She
Right.
naturally she listened
just
to
try to find a place
R&B.
to sing.
You listened to
I
R&B.
just tried to find a place because, of course, Leslie was singing the vocal, and I just had to find a place to belong. So I would
Right,
just
and I
find-
only know 3 chords.
Right, so it
So-
wasn't so difficult.
Right. And I just change them around, you know, like D
Yeah,
and then G.
yeah.
Sounds totally
But they're
different.
great songs.
So it sounds like in your early days, a capo would have really expanded your range.
Oh man, I didn't even think of that.
It's
It
this,
could have been called Capo.
you know, I think It's Me Margaret's a better
I
name.
think
it's
so,
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Plus,
It is.
you don't look mafioso enough to
No.
probably pull off capo. So,
What are you talking here?
so what do we have next to
So
perform for our?
we're reset up, right? We're set up.
Yeah,
in a better
we're ready.
situation.
We're ready to roll.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm
Thanks
sorry
for.
about that. Yeah.
Oh, no problem.
Is that
It's
okay?
all our fault. We're
Okay. This
as
is-
professional as we are. We sometimes suck, and we did right there.
Oh no! I think it was our idea to go direct. I can't.
No, it was my
it
idea.
was
I saw
Leslie's
the chord and
idea.
it was orange and I wanted to plug
Yeah.
it in.
Listen, ladies, the buck stops here.
All right.
It's our fault.
If the ship sinks.
Yeah. If the ship sinks, it's all Sock's fault. All Sock's fault.
Okay, let's.
This song is the first song on our CD. This is Days Like These.
The walls are caving in, I can't breathe, I can see, don't wanna be here. There are sounds all around, people on the phone, I'm slightly disturbed. There's something wrong in the way you're looking at her. On days like these, on days like these, on days like these. Wouldn't it be nice to fly into space, deep in the ground below, watching people I know? On days like these, on days like these, I'm not always scared, I'm not always freaked. On days like these, on days like these, where can I go? Why can't I leave? The walls are caving in, I can't breathe, I can see, don't wanna be here. There are sounds all around, people on the phone, I'm slightly disturbed. There's something wrong in the way you're looking at her. On days like these, on days like these, on days like these. What on earth happened to that girl? When did she hear that they were different than her? Come on. On days like these, on days like these, I'm not always scared, I'm not always freaked. On days like these, on days like these, where can I go? Why can't I leave? The walls are caving in, I can't breathe, I can't see, don't wanna be here. There are sounds all around, people on the phone, I'm slightly like these, on days like these, on days like these.
Thank you, ladies. That was beautiful.
Oh, was it gorgeous?
It sounded a lot better now that Sock
Did
figured
it
out what the hell
work?
we're doing here.
Thanks, Sock.
Yeah.
Hear my guitar?
Oh,
I
we heard it
can.
just
Better?
fine this
Is it
time.
better?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was.
Oh.
So you mentioned that you recorded an album
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah.
Is that still available? Can people still get that?
Yes. Go ahead, Jeff.
I don't know.
That's on CD Baby.
Is it still CD Baby?
Yep.
And how many thousands do you have in your garage?
We have thousands of coasters in our
Yeah.
garage.
Oh, my God.
I will never forget.
We even did an EP called Only
I-
Six.
Who was that guy that said that to me at Andre's studio, A&A, when we used to rehearse there back in the day?
Oh yeah.
Who was the guy? Was he in the Zeros or something?
The
Was there a band
Zeros.
like Zeros?
Yeah, maybe.
They used
What'd
to
he
rehearse
say?
there. I was so excited. We had a cassette. And It was like a demo.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thrilled. I was beside myself, right? And he was,
Even had a
rehearsing. We
label on
both rehearsed at the same place, and I, had no clue really who he was, but he was obviously way ahead of me, right? So I had a cassette, and he said something. He said, "Hey, let me have it, or I'll, like maybe he could help, like whatever he wanted to hear it." And I was like, "Okay, it's $5." And I mean, clueless. Like I was just clueless. And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, and he goes, "Someday you're gonna be giving those away." And I just went,
"Oh man,
"What?"
you didn't know."
I didn't know. And guess what? We're giving them away. No, I'm totally kidding. But we
I'll
did
take
$5.
one.
$5.
They're cheaper.
But they can find you on CD Baby and
Yeah.
You can contact us on Facebook, and we'll send you out one.
there you go.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, you taught me how to. Yeah.
Yeah. We're
you
happy
need
to do that.
Like us on Facebook.
Like us on Facebook.
follow
and
us on
follow us on
Twitter.
Twitter.
Yeah.
We have 7 sad followers on Twitter.
So please
join
It's
the sadness.
at it's at _ Me Margaret. It's
At
it's
it's
really confusing. It's at _ Me Margaret, because somebody has It's Me Margaret.
It's me, Margaret.
I don't know.
Judy Bloom maybe.
Some
I don't
chick
know.
named
Boom! The knife!
Damn
She's dead.
her.
Or
No, she
Random
didn't.
House or whoever was publishing her.
I think she died.
Oh no.
No, she didn't. She just did a conference last year.
Did she?
Oh, well, maybe I'm
Oh
mistaken.
my goodness. let's
Sorry,
not-
Judy.
Yeah.
Way to go, Jeff.
Be careful
Wow.
about what we
Sorry,
say.
Judy.
Sorry, Judy.
We love Judy.
This show is going to be known for its
Inappropriateness.
erroneous reporting of the death of Judy Bloom.
I think that's already been done. That's why I'm saying it, because I think
Oh my goodness. I don't know.
Oh, sigh.
I have to find that one out. If anybody knows, please let us know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Somebody at home
You could call
research
in,
the
Call in or
research
let
the
us
current
know.
vitality of Judy
Oh
Bloom
my
and put it in
God,
chat,
we feel
please.
bad.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anyway, the CD is available,
Shirley,
and
are
if
you
you
out there?
contact us,
Please.
we'll get you a copy.
Yes.
Awesome. And you're working on another one? Sort of. It
Well,
looks
in this
sweet.
day and age, we really don't know what the heck we're going to do, but there's a lot of options.
Yeah.
When we had that meeting the other night, it put a lot of ideas in my head.
The backstory for the people at home is that Jeff and I are both part of what's called the LA Bands Roundtable, and we meet and we talk about the experiences that local bands have with promoters and venues and trying to get their name out there, and I'm kind of a new arrival to it because I'm bringing a new aspect to it. As we all know, I'm not a musician, so I'm coming from the webcasting scenario and kind of
The new frontier.
I'm kind of giving a different
Very well
input to what they're talking about, but it's a group where the whole purpose is to kind of share your experiences so that you don't have to go through the exact same foibles that someone else did. You can kind of learn from their lessons and better advance your band. So.
There's still remnants of the old industry and the old way of doing things out there, but basically what's happening right here is the new frontier. That's why I said that. This is like totally new. I mean, you can make it up as you go along, and there's a lot of things that are working for people, I mean, I've heard about a lot of different ways to promote your music, and you can be a superstar in your area. It doesn't matter. I mean, so we're thinking about recording some of the stuff. I mean, I know I'm itching to record some of the things that didn't get on the record.
Yeah.
I mean, that record has like what, 12 songs on it,
Yeah.
and
We
there
have
was
30
at
some on.
least 12 songs that we demoed that were like, yeah, that should have been on the
Yeah.
record. Why didn't we do that? So we're gonna do that. And in this day and age, you don't have to put out, you know, a CD anymore. You can release something like every 3 months and just say, you know, here it is. Hope you like it. We're gonna be playing it live, and you know, you have it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I do see a lot more of that these days, where the songs trickle out instead of we've done an EP or we've done an album. It's here's a track, here's another track, and then they hit like 6, and they're like, okay, we'll go press it now, kind of
Right.
thing.
Well, trust me. I mean, there's still us holdouts from the old school that want to hold a CD and say, I got 12 songs on this, and I put it in, and from start to finish, it's great. But people nowadays don't know what start to finish is. You don't have to ruminate over the order of the songs on your disc because nobody's going to give a crap anymore. They listen to it, you know,
true.
a song at a time,
Yeah,
you know.
it's a song at a time.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're going to record. I mean, there's no doubt we're going to record. It's just a matter of how we're going to do it, you know. Maybe a Kickstarter thing. You know, I don't know. I've heard a couple things since our meeting, so I'm exploring it, but we haven't had a band meeting yet, so I haven't.
Well, here's an interesting thing for you to know about Kickstarter, and it only applies to me. So don't make your decision off of this. But if you're an independent artist and you've already made your album, I'll hit you up to give it to me for free. But if you Kickstarter, I'll give you money. It's really bizarre. I'll help you make the music, but once it's made, then I want it for free. It's really bizarre.
You know, at this point, as an artist, you're better off giving it away because you really, nowadays, you make your money playing live shows
live.
and merchandising.
Oh,
you know, and maybe licensing it if you can get so lucky to
well,
license
it depends. If you're self-produced, which in the independent art realm you are, you know, having it on Amazon and iTunes and CD Baby and Reverb Nation, where you know they can pay 99 cents a song, or in some cases there are some venues where you give it away for free, but if they want to give you some money, you can take the tip, kind of thing. It's not too terribly bad because you're making the lion's share of that money, unlike if you're signed to a label these days, where you know that there's still stories of artists that sold 1 million albums and somehow still owed their record company off their advance.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So,
Sickening.
Crazy stuff.
all right, well, now that people know where they can find your music, you want to give them another song to
Yeah.
whet their appetite for it?
This is a song that actually is a really special song to me. I don't know why. It's my favorite song. I don't know why, but it is.
Can we have a song title?
Oh, it doesn't mean I'm nothing.
Still alone, I'm waiting. Clear my eyes, I'm looking. Feeling slightly pretty. Really mad, just hold me lightly. Outside abandoned, left screaming. This yard is full of mercy. Friendless kids are singing. It doesn't mean I'm nothing at all. It's not your fault. I wished away the feeling. Without a name, they won't know. Without a voice, they'll let go. Without a face, they'll leave you alone. Outside, abandoned, left screaming. This yard is full of mercy.
doesn't mean I'm nothing. Doesn't mean I'm nothing. Doesn't mean I'm nothing.
Just hold me.
Doesn't mean I'm nothing at all.
Pardon me, I had to turn my mic back on.
Ah.
The problem with not being familiar with your music is I don't know when the songs are going to end.
He's fishing for a CD.
Oh my goodness! You don't have
You know,
one?
you don't have to make it that obvious, or at least not on the air. Okay, jerk. You know. Let me try to roll him for a free copy, like after we're off the air. Okay.
Of course. Jeez, I think we have one right here in our back pocket.
I think we might just have one.
That would be
Yeah, I have
awesome.
one in our copy.
Good job, Sock. Way to go.
No, we
Our
will
plan was
totally-
effective.
I thought you
Uh-huh.
had one. I thought that was part of.
the
I-
joy.
I thought that was part of how.
No,
we
I mean I remember
met.
you playing last year. And then like Jeff and I were at that roundtable meeting, and I like to work with bands that want to work with me. So Jeff was definitely wanting to work with us. So we decided to go ahead and move forward. It's not like I'm not familiar with your music. It's just
Yeah.
I have no tracks to play,
I didn't know.
which I would love to do on my show if I have the CD.
Of course, we're
I
going to
had
get that.
no
It's
idea.
right
Awesome.
here in our back pocket. I had to ask Jeff a favor. My mom is watching tonight. Can you go into the camera real fast?
Is she really?
Oh, here comes Jeff. This is Jeff,
She's in
ladies
love
and
with
gentlemen.
Jeff.
She loves Jeff.
Aww.
Hi. Hi, Mom. Love you.
In case you couldn't hear that, he loves you.
Jeff loves you, Sandra.
And I'm just seeing here on according to Antoinette Martin, Judy Blume is still alive and living in New York.
Oh my God, Antoinette.
Way to go,
this
Jeff.
is
Great
I'm,
news.
I'm very
This is
sorry.
great
I'm only
news.
repeating what I heard.
Oh my
I
God.
live by the credo that if it's on the internet, it's true.
So Jeff, is there anybody else you want to erroneously out as dead while we're doing this show?
I've got a bridge for sale.
Ernest Borgnine.
Actually, really dead.
Yeah.
Actually, totally dead.
Thank
Yes.
you, Antoinette, for clearing that up. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, and I am
Thank
sorry.
you.
God, this is really good news.
But I'm not the first one. I'm serious. I heard that rumor like a few months
Yeah, I
ago.
wouldn't be surprised, actually.
Well, she's probably pretty old by now. I'm guessing. I don't know
She
how.
looks hot. I saw her last year on. Yeah, she's doing conferences on her series, trying to get young girls, hip to liking themselves.
That's always important. In fact, yeah, that's really important. Some of the songs that we wrote back then, it's weird. I don't mean to interject. I hate to sound dramatic, but
This is why you're here,
I
please.
know I hate it. Okay, but
I don't mean to
I
sound dramatic.
I do want to say that it's like that song that we just sang, It Doesn't Mean I'm Nothing, and then there's another song that we sing called Tina. And, we were writing songs back then from a place of just coming up not liking ourselves. I hate to say it that way, but we just didn't. I didn't.
I know. What was wrong with
When
us?
I was coming up, I didn't like myself at all. And I don't know if...
I think it's more common than you realize.
It is.
I mean, I was never a little girl,
Ah!
but
See?
but I
There
don't
was
know that I cared that much
commonality.
for myself in my early days either. So
I know. It's so... It's hard to say it out loud without feeling
Like a
odd,
freak.
like a freak, but it is really, a lot of the songs came from that. And now, and I have to say, as as an adult, I hear all these horrible bullying stories and this horrible stuff that goes on, and I gotta tell you, some of these songs, like, we're singing them and I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, we were bullied and we didn't
Yeah.
even know it. You know what I mean? Like, it was so
We should sing Tina
poignant.
now. That's a bully song.
Yeah, Tina's a bully song, but
You can go off script. Don't worry about
we
it.
have a
we
set
don't
list.
we don't even have a copy of the script, so we wouldn't know. Actually,
I
your
know.
your set list is your own. We have no idea what you're looking at there on the floor.
Yeah, we have a set list, but I guess we don't have to go by it.
As
want
long
some, Tina?
as long as both of you know what song you're playing, I think we're going to be okay.
I agree, which isn't really common for us, but
Yeah, this is a song that you.
This is a bully song.
This is a I mean, absolutely, 100%.
I was bullied. I don't even
I
know,
know, sweet
why.
girl, I
Oh,
know.
because I had big feet. You got to see them.
Can you see that?
I don't know. Are they?
Put my leg
Are
up.
they-
Pretty big. I should hold it. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
Give me weight.
I guess maybe.
It's pretty large. Do you want to know what size that is?
I guess it might help.
11 in women's.
So what is that in men's?
Oh God, you're a horrible person. You got big feet.
People would point and laugh at feet.
You should play basketball.
I did.
She did.
Way to go, Rubik. Rub it in.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
I've got a great foundation. That's what my grandma said. You just go back to school and tell them you got a great foundation. I don't know what that meant, but foundation to me was like brick and mortar.
Good. That was Mildred.
I've got big
Words
old
of
brick
wisdom.
feet. Okay, this is Tina.
In her house, she's in the hall. So tiny she leans against the wall. She listens inside.
It's way too loud. It hurts inside. She can't quite move. She is paralyzed. She hears the light.
Don't be afraid, I'm here tonight. I won't leave, I'm your silent friend. It's small. I'm saving myself for Tina. I'm saving my soul for Tina.
Sunny day, kids at play. Mom, let go. I wanna be like them. I can't wait.
Something's wrong, don't laugh at me. It's not anything I want it to be. Dirty hands all over me. Where's my mom? Did she leave? I'm saving myself for Tina. I'm saving my soul for Tina. Hating you,
I'm hating me.
I'm throwing out everything. I'm saving myself.
I'm saving myself.
I'm giving it all.
I'm taking it.
I'm taking it all.
I'm giving it all.
I'm saving my.
I'm saving. I'm saving. I'm saving. I'm saving. I'm saving my
Tina.
soul.
Tina.
Sunny day, kids at play. Mom, let go. I wanna be like them.
That's Tina.
I'm sorry we don't have more people here so that there is an applause, but
Aw,
I almost wanted to clap right there too,
But-
because
but
that
it's-
is actually one of my
it's-
favorite songs that you guys ever wrote. And
It's totally appropriate to the situation. Sadly, we're in a small room in a house in an undisclosed location in the San Fernando Valley. So,
It didn't look small online. I thought it was gigantor.
oh,
It
it.
looks big online.
It looks really big online.
Well, you know the other thing is that some people come and they go and they look at some of our old shows when we were in the old house, and they're expecting
that
it
a different
completely
house?
different too.
Okay,
well,
gotcha.
some of them are.
With
The-
the fireplace.
Well,
That's actually
That's
just in
actually-
the other room.
that was our Christmas show. That's still this house.
all right.
But Chinchilla only allows us there like once a year on Christmas. Otherwise, we have to stay in here or the garage.
She's a good wife.
She is.
She's also pregnant and scary right now.
know
So
she's
so we always say nice things about her.
Yes, that's the one rule right now in the house is do not mess with the
Do
pregnant
not
chick.
do not stir Chinchilla.
That is so funny.
So so you're doing an acoustic set here tonight.
Yeah.
Now I understand that the band is more encompassing this. We have Jeff the drummer here.
Oh man,
Um,
one of the hardest hitting drummers.
Oh my God! I'm
and
deaf.
this side
Am I
of
right?
t-
No,
Mississippi.
deaf.
Yeah.
I will be deaf for the rest
Jeff
of my life.
has killed
because
this
of
ear.
his hi-hat.
Jeff.
You know
Jeff,
this is
Jeff,
true.
Jeff.
I'm sorry.
This
Yeah,
is true.
Jeff, please stop injuring your
I
bandmates.
will be deaf.
It was
I'm-
just Jeff.
I'm sorry.
Jeff.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah, but come on, admit it right now to God and everyone that that's the reason that you
Yeah.
guys liked me.
Yeah, it was.
Yes.
The nuances, the little.
Well, that's a story too, and I don't even want to go there. But
You
we used to
should. It's
sit-
cool. I love
The
this
story
We
story
used to sit and
because
watch
it's
him
about
play.
me. I love this story.
And you were playing. I know he loves everything. Yeah, this is a great story. You were playing with Agwan.
Yeah,
Great.
John Agwan in
Great
a band.
band.
Well, one of the incarnations of Dead, White, and Blue.
Yep.
Back in like '93.
God.
Robbie was on bass, wasn't he?
Yeah, he might have been, but
Yeah.
no, it was
Not
either
with
Robbie
Agwan,
or
with
Mike
Dead, White, and
Stanitsky.
Blue.
But
Okay.
we're playing at A&A Studios. Andre, the great Andre,
Great
Andre.
Andre.
who
we
just
love
came to
you.
our last show. We reconnected with him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Andre ran
like a
a
brother.
rehearsal studio called A&A Studios,
North
which was
Hollywood,
actually
yeah.
the first rehearsal studio I ever played in when I came to LA
Mm-hmm.
with the first band I ever came with. And he just had a studio there for like 4 or 5 years, and we practiced there, and so did the girls with the band that they had.
When we had our drummer was Cecil.
Yeah,
Cecil Freeman.
Cecil, who I think might be
Who
watching. I mean,
is
I know
Cecil?
One of oh my
Yeah.
God, he was
I-
great.
I think
too.
he's
Cecil was
watching,
great.
and,
We have recordings.
it
of
was Cecil
Yeah.
Some of
and
my
Robbie.
favorite.
Robbie Wilson.
Robbie was, and then
John,
Rich.
and
Yeah.
John. No, this is no. You're talking about Dead White
And
Blue.
Rich.
No.
You're talking about Agwan.
Yeah. Robbie played with you guys too.
Yeah.
Robbie was playing with
Well,
us.
yeah.
Oh my God, Robbie was playing
Yeah.
with us.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
with
Cecil.
and Rich Abramson.
Oh, and Rich Abramson. Oh my God, this was my band.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So they were practicing down in
Presents.
one of the rooms, and then I would practice with John in another room. But John knew them, and
Yep.
said before they go into practice, they'd sit on the floor with their 2 dogs.
Yep.
It was so funny. I would be sitting there playing with John.
Oh, and they loved him.
And we're rehearsing, and they would come in before their practice, and they would have their 2 dogs and sit on the floor, and they'd be watching us practice. But most of the time, they were watching me, and I'm not lying, right?
Yeah, no.
Tell me I'm not lying.
No, you're not.
No,
lying.
They
We're
were
watching
watching me,
We were
and they
hunting.
dug the way
We
I
were
played the
hunting.
drums, and it was just really flattering. And they always told me how well I played, and they liked the way I played. And then, and then,
'Cause
hence
we
that night.
knew
that's
that
why
Cecil was
they
leaving, I
knew
think. We
me
knew we were losing
and
Cecil.
how well I play. I mean, I'm not bragging. I'm just saying
But
they,
you
they
were
thought I played very
fabulous.
well. And so they had the confidence that night to call me at 4:00 in the afternoon and say, "We've got a show at 8. Will you come play?" And I did. And the rest is
But we
basically
sat
history.
And watched you. I
Yeah,
mean,
we
I
sat
would watch you, and I
day
thought you
after
were
day.
so special. But Agwan, the music that that John Agwan was producing and that you were playing was a lot more. There was freedom and a lot more opportunity to
Yeah.
really be creative.
Yeah,
Whereas
that was
we
that was a
were-
really freeform
There was
kind
a-
of a
right.
band.
So
I
he
mean,
was
John would
just-
come with a riff,
It was
and I would
crazy.
play, and literally a half hour later, it was a song,
and it was really
and it
yeah.
was like that was awesome. I mean, I love that band, and I love that guy.
Yeah.
And their songs were more structured.
right,
And
yeah.
so even after I joined the band, it was a little bit of a task for me to rein my free spirit as far as drumming
it was more than a task. It was called Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy, our producer who did our demos, I got him involved in the band.
And he
Much
was,
to my
yeah.
chagrin sometimes, because he would be like, Jeff, play the song, not your part. You know,
Oh,
and
my
it's like,
God, that was
God
great.
damn it, Jimmy, shut up. And like, under my breath, I'd be
You
going,
were
why
my
don't they just have a
friend."
fucking drum machine? Why don't they just get a drum machine? God damn it,
'Cause we
God
want
damn it,
Jeff.
why am I here? And it's like,
We wanted
but I
Jeff.
learned a lot from that.
Yeah,
And
we all did. We all did.
yeah,
we all
I mean,
did. And
it's-
Jimmy
Yeah.
Jimmy was really good to our music.
Hi, Jimmy.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Hi, Jimmy.
Absolutely.
We love Jimmy.
If he's not watching now, he will be watching the upload on YouTube,
Yeah.
and I'll get him. And so,
It's
hi,
amazing
Jimmy.
how you meet such special people, and I'm just gonna say this: you don't realize how special they are at the time. You absolutely don't get it. And I mean, I think if you do, that's a real
I
good
do.
thing. Do you think you knew
Uh-huh.
really
I
in
know
that moment?
special.
Did you know?
I know special.
Oh, good. That's a
I
gift.
was a girl in the woods.
That's a
And
gift.
speaking of Jimmy, we should do No Vacancy next.
You want to do? Oh, now we're switching it around. Okay, let's.
Oh, yeah,
do
the
this for
the
Jimmy.
script is
Yeah,
right out the
we're
window now.
Totally switching it around.
This was a song that Jimmy
He-
insisted Jeff play straight 4/4.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
God, it was hard.
God, it was hard.
It was hard.
It was so hard.
Oh
Oh my God, we need to play so hard. No, I'm just kidding. All right. This is called No Vacancy.
Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. If I could please you,
Would you rescue my dream? If I could save you,
Sorry, Julie.
would you remember my name? If I could love you, would you be mine? Would you be mine all of the time? Hazy, this is too hazy. Wondering if you're scared of me. Surely, what's this mean to me? The happy forevers and fairy tales. No vacancy here. Completely denying my compulsion for kissing. Leaning in and teasing. Asking me nice, would you be mine all of the time? Hazy, this is too hazy. Wondering if you're scared of me. Surely, what's this mean to me? The happy forevers and fairy tales. No vacancy here. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba.
if I could please you,
If I could please you,
would you be mine?
Would you be mine?
I could tease you
If I could tease you
all of the time.
all of the time,
Would you be mine?
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 Would
I saw your little
Thank you.
hand.
I'm trying to cue you.
I appreciate that. Unfortunately, Sock over there doesn't always get the hint, so I got to reach over and turn on my own mic.
I was grooving, man.
We were grooving, so
Imagine
I
the
mean,
4/4. I know you did.
you know
Just like
that's.
mine.
I could see him imagining the 4/4 as he was standing over there.
I even after all these years, I still dig the songs, and they're ever evolving. I mean, I've changed that even just recently.
Yeah.
That song has changed just recently.
And
you
you
know,
and Rich are working on
Rich and I
this.
are
Oh,
working
yeah,
on it.
Rich
yeah.
is,
Yeah.
yeah.
it's
but-
ever evolving. I mean, that song didn't even make it on the record. That's one of the
Right,
ones we
right.
want to put on the new songs
Right.
Yep.
and record with the new stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know, just to kind of get back to Jimmy and his involvement, I knew him through John.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just to give people the backstory, I knew him through John, and we had recorded demos at the great, and I'm not even understating this, the great Grandmaster Studios
Oh my God, that's
in
right.
Hollywood,
Right.
where
There's a ghost there.
where
Ghost.
Foo Fighters
Yeah.
did The Color and the Shape.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Color in the
It's in
Shape.
the documentary. If you watch Sound City, or no, I'm sorry, I'm mistaken. The Foo Fighters documentary about their evolution, they show a shot of the guys sitting in the sound room at Grandmaster during the sessions for that record, and I'm screaming at the screen going, I sat right there, you know. I recorded with John, and we got through John, I got Jimmy, who worked at Grandmaster and still does.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I was just there 3 years ago, just recently. Well, recently, it's 3 years ago. But anyway, I was back there. I got Jimmy involved, and I kept throwing him the demos for It's Me Margaret. I said, listen to this band. We're really good. You got to listen. And he got involved, and he took us into Grandmaster, and we recorded
Oh,
all
that
those
was so
demos.
special.
Mhm, that was great.
So,
That's where Room in the Woods really blossomed
yeah,
into
yeah.
Jimmy
Broken.
Broken
Yep.
come alive. Yeah.
A lot of songs
Yeah.
were really helped by Jimmy. I mean, a great producer behind the scenes, people don't realize what a great producer can do.
Yeah.
You know, he shapes the songs,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you know, much to the chagrin of some of the musicians, I might add. But you know,
Yeah.
when you walk through the
Bye
door,
bye.
you should check your ego at the door. You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
and off
way
they
it is.
went.
And,
yeah.
and thank God we've lived long enough to get that.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Like that's a big deal.
Absolutely.
Like we certainly know
Absolutely.
what that means now.
So,
So moving this in
Late and a dollar short.
a
but we-
slightly different direction.
Okay.
There's clearly there's two flavors of It's Me Margaret. There's the full band, and then there's the acoustic duo that we're seeing tonight.
Yeah.
The people watching at home, when can the next see both? If they want to get out there and see It's Me Margaret.
June 22nd.
Well, that's
yeah, acoustically for the next month and a half, 2 months, we've
Well,
got
we
a
have a
few.
show.
You've got
We-
Genghis Cohen
We're playing at
next
Genghis Cohen
Yep.
on Fairfax.
427.
So 1 week from tonight.
Yep.
One week,
One
from,
week
tonight
from tonight at 7:30.
At 7:30, is that what
Yep.
time we're playing?
Be there or be square.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I'm
be there,
glad you
Paula.
said something. I gotta
And
take
ladies
some
and gentlemen,
minutes
you
to
were
get
there live when Paula realized what time to
ready.
show
And
up for
I
the
have
show
to-
next
And
week.
the thing is that I have
If
to.
it weren't for this show, who knows when she would have
might
shown
not
up.
know, because I have to start getting ready at a certain time in order to be at the show. If I don't start getting ready, right?
And that leads us to our next song.
Which we have a song about getting ready
Oh,
that Leslie
really?
really wrote.
Oh,
But
I know what that
and it's
song
hard to
is.
explain to people that it just takes a minute. Like you can't just
But-
like
But
swing
to
it.
answer your question on the full band, because none of you answered that question.
I heard something about June 22nd, but then it just kind of went off into the
Yes,
ether.
we're playing June 22nd.
June 22nd at Phoenix 54.
Yeah, it's a club called Phoenix 54, Phoenix 54 actually, in Whittier, and it's a whole night of bands that I'm involved with.
Yep.
Right.
It's Jeff.
You're playing
Yeah,
drums, you're playing drums
I'm
in
actually
every
gonna
single
play
band?
in 3 out of the 4 bands.
Okay, wow.
That's
I'm
awesome.
gonna fill in on drums for my friend Rob's band, the Marksmen.
Oh,
I'm gonna play with It's Me Margaret at next.
yep.
And after that is the '90s band X
Oh,
Nation.
excellent.
And then X Nation singer Kyle, his original band is playing after that. So it's a whole night of bands that I'm associated with. I booked it, and we're gonna play. It's gonna
So
be fun.
proud.
That's the next electric gig, unless something comes up.
Yeah.
Right.
It's so wonderful playing out electrically. I mean, we love playing acoustically. That's like where our heart is, and that's where the songs start. But when we bring them to the band and they become, I mean, it's pretty fantastic. It's pretty fabulous.
So I have a backstory on this this song.
Oh.
It's called Winnie.
Right. about
And
getting ready.
for the years
Did
that
you? Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
for years we would be about 15 to a half an hour late for everything. Everything. It didn't matter. An interview, a radio, online show. Like we were tonight.
That totally didn't happen here.
Thank you.
He said
Ruben.
covering for them.
Thank you.
So but the reason was because of Paula. Yep. I said it out loud.
That's so not true.
It is true. It's true. It's all because of you. And I used to have the mechanical monkey. I used to have to like twizzle to like bite my
One
tongue.
of the tips from her therapist
Play the
was
mechanical
to
monkey.
work the mechanical monkey.
But
to,
she would
like,
be
release
in the
some of the
mirror
anxiety
getting
that
ready.
she-
So this song is about Paula, hence Winnie. But I couldn't
Well,
say
it takes
Paula
a
because it
minute.
doesn't
It
sing
takes
right.
a minute to get
You ever
ready.
notice that Paula doesn't sing very good?
Paula didn't sound good.
No,
No. So we had to make a name up.
we made it.
But just so we all know who this song is about.
Wait, I got it. Wait, I got it. Okay. This is a newer one, so hold on. Hey, hey, what do you think about
She's
Winnie?
plucking, she's picking, she's stuffing, she's sticking.
Dolled up with nowhere
She's
to go.
flexing, she's shaping, she's tugging, she's breaking.
Hey, hey, what do you think about Winnie?
Winnie says,
We're late and we're counting on her.
"Go away." Winnie, I'm guessing this must be depressing when we got so much to do. Can I count on leaving today or this evening? Winnie, don't take your time.
Hey, hey, what do you think about
She's
Winnie?
tugging, she's twisting, she's pushing, she's squishing.
Dolled up, nowhere.
She's twirling, she's sliding, she's slipping, she's hiding.
Hey, hey, what do you think about Winnie?
She's okay.
We're late and we're counting on
It
her.
takes all day.
Winnie, I'm guessing this must be depressing when we got so much to do.
Can I count on leaving today or this evening? Winnie, don't take your time. Twirling tassel, pieces of hassle, mystified. Don't take your time. Tuck and tie it up in a bun, beautified. Don't take your time for me, Winnie.
She's right on time. Don't rush Winnie. She'll blow your mind. Winnie, I'm guessing this must be depressing when we got so much to do.
Can I count on leaving today or this evening? Winnie, don't take your time. Winnie, I'm
Don't take your time
for me. Winnie, but so much
Take
to
your time.
Can I count on leaving today or this evening? Winnie, don't take your time. She's alright.
Don't dare rush our sweet Winnie. She
Out
just
of
might
sight.
blow your mind.
I didn't get the
I didn't
this time, but
you.
you know what? That's fine because it's obvious that there is you have this this stage performance that goes with this song. So I'm glad that we didn't interfere with that. I'd rather there be a brief delay before people have to listen to the sound of my terrible voice
Oh my
than then miss out on the true performance of
Sorry.
Winnie, which I notice as I look at the lyric sheet here. After Winnie, it has Paula in parentheses.
Yes.
So. So it totally backs up this whole. This is really about
The
Paula's
Paula
song.
Really about Paula.
It really
and
is.
that was the secret.
Right? The big cat's out of the bag.
How long did it take you to get that puff?
My little chola do. This is actually really easy. I
That's
just
easy.
twist
That
it
was
and
what,
clip
15
it,
minutes?
tuck it and tie it, and I'm good.
Squish it and tape it and
Squish
everything.
it,
Yeah.
tape it, stick it, break it. Yeah. But that's why you love us, because we're girls.
And humility is your greatest trait. So,
Oh God.
so for the people listening at home, how can they follow you? I think we almost got the Twitter handle, almost. Do you have maybe a URL for Facebook or?
We have a website. It's
Okay.
memargaret.com. We have a Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, facebook.com/It's Me Margaret.
That's
Go
it.
there, like us. Twitter @ @it's_Me Margaret.
The
That-
Facebook is
now-
It's Me Margaret Band.
Oh yeah, because It's Me Margaret is
Yeah,
It's taken,
You,
yeah.
you just do a
by
search
a
for It's
woman
Me
who is
Margaret.
very
It
much
kinda
alive.
comes up.
Yeah.
But if
But if you're trying to go to the straight URL, it'd be facebook.com/It's Me Margaret Band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Because somebody has
Somebody
It's Me
has
Margaret.
Yeah.
Probably Judy Bloom.
No.
No,
Really?
if you do a
You know?
YouTube search, there's
There's
Isn't-
another
you
girl
guys,
band.
isn't
there's
it-
like another
isn't
girl
it-
band,
oh,
but
it's
it's like
not Margaret
high
Cho?
schoolers.
I thought it was
Yeah.
Margaret
no,
Cho.
no.
Margaret Cho has something though. It's Me Margaret. We
But-
did a song for Margaret Cho. One
Oh,
of our
yeah,
songs
yeah.
is in Margaret Cho's movie.
That's
Yeah.
right.
It's so.
Huh?
Oh, we're not doing that song. So sorry.
But we are doing Kids Like Us, and that is the next song.
Was that in a movie? Oh, that was. It was. I think it was. But we're not going to say the
This
name
show
of the
produces
movie.
itself.
It was totally in a movie, but it was like an independent film. And
Yeah,
we
but it
don't-
made it to Seattle.
And it was at the Seattle Film Festival.
Yeah, it
and
was
this is a great song.
Nudity
What-
You know,
required.
I was just going to
this
say
is one
nudity
of my
required.
favorite songs.
Uh-huh.
Did I already? I have. This is.
This is
my
one of her
second.
favorite songs.
Wait, is nudity required the name of the movie?
Movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say.
It is.
Because
Like
remember,
Us.
we had to talk about nudity earlier.
It's totally yeah, no nudity required. No.
Dear Ustream, please stop paying attention to us. Sincerely, O'Donoghue's Pub.
This song was in the opening credits, and it was really great to hear. You know, we went and
It
saw
was
it. It was
cool.
so great. You know, you're sitting in the movie
Big theater.
and you hear your song. You're like, wow, that's so cool.
Right. And
And it was
Margaret
really
Cho's too.
loud.
Margaret
Like, it
Cho's
was
was
really,
an opening.
It was really loud.
It was loud.
Yeah,
It was like, whoa, that sounds great.
It's loud.
It's better than in the car.
really loud.
Oh, the backstory, Paula.
Kids, this is
Oh.
this.
Hold on, you said you're playing So Sorry.
No,
No,
we were not going to play that.
Okay.
What's that?
Oh, trick or treat.
It's the cops.
I don't know. Were we expecting
It's
something?
used.
Yeah.
It's Ustream.
Is there? Yeah, it's Ustream. They're ringing the doorbell.
Oh my God! Because we said nudity.
Yeah, no.
You can't do that.
Paula, you're awesome. You could come back on the show anytime you want.
She won't even know she's here.
Putting a microphone in front of you is just gold. Okay.
Announce the song again because you said So Sorry.
Did I? Jeez, this is Kids Like Us.
This is Kids Like Us. Okay.
It was a cool day at first between you and me. I was fine with that, you see. I was filled with humility. Wrestled up enough guts to feel like I wanted to feel. I was fine with that. We could never forget where we've come from. It would never happen to kids like us. Picture all of us sitting with our feet in the lake, eyes wide open. The fear we will never break away. Wrestled up enough guts to feel like I wanted to feel. I was fine with that. We could never forget where we've come from. It would never happen to kids like us. All alone on the floor, on the side of the bed, looking for something. I'm lost, waiting for the night or day to show me the way back to you. To you. It's true. Strung up, left out in the cold. How can anybody forget? Blue-eyed, not recognizable now. He's a memory. Wrestled up enough guts to feel like I wanted to feel. I was fine with that. We could never forget where we've come from. It would never happen to kids like us. We could never forget where we've come from. It would never happen to kids like us. Like us. Like us. Like us.
I got the cue that time.
Did she give it to you? Yeah. She gotcha. She gotcha. I thought we were gonna
Yeah, we didn't get the cue for you either. We've got to turn your mic on, Jeff.
We are professionals here at
Yeah.
O'Donoghue's Pub.
I'd also like to point out that I've been drinking since like 3 o'clock this afternoon, and I think it's starting to show.
Excellent.
Yes. Oh, I must say, this is Scott's brew, and it's delicious.
I know. I wish mine wasn't empty anymore, but here we are.
Can you refill
You want to share?
it?
It's kind of
It-
warm.
I've had plenty to
good?
drink.
Are
I
you
can
good?
I can wait a little while to get another refill.
It's delicious.
I'm only on beer like 7 for the day, so come on.
My friend Clark would love that. I had to say his name. I think he's watching.
I don't think Clark's.
And if he's not, that jerk missed his own shout out.
Shout out to Clark.
And sorry for calling you a Clark jerk or a jerk Clark. I have no idea who you are.
He's not a jerk.
Okay. Sorry, bud.
Can I just kind of point out just a little bit along the lines of the history and what
Yeah.
we did?
Where'd we leave off?
Well, we were talking about Jimmy a little bit, and through Jimmy, we got associated with Brian.
Is that how we met Brian?
Yeah, that's how we met Brian. Brian O'Neill from the Busboys was one of the guys that was running this new label called Rattlesnake Venom Records with Steve Selleck.
Steve Selleck. Yeah.
And we got the demo to them, and they liked us, and they signed us, and we got to record the record in Long Beach. Where was that studio? Long
Yeah.
Beach.
With John Grays and Josh Oschenberg was our
Josh Oxinger,
singer.
yeah, who's
He was
our
our producer.
who's
I did
our
it all.
Facebook
It's
friend.
a little bit of a
And we
double.
recorded a lot of the vocals and some of the percussion and stuff at Ton Recorders in Hollywood.
Hollywood, that
And when we
haunted
were
building.
recording that
Oh
record,
my God.
we were on like the 4th or 5th floor on the corner of Hollywood and Highland. And when we were recording that, right across the street was when they were building the
They
Kodak
were actually
Theater.
building it.
They were building it. We could see them digging this huge hole in the ground. And it was slowly starting to come up while we were recording that record. So we were there before the Kodak Theater and that whole Hollywood and Highland was there. And it was just
What used to be on the corner of Hollywood and
just a
Highland?
bunch of like an
Hookers,
office
I
building.
believe. Hookers.
You know, yeah,
Oh, it
yeah.
was a souvenir shop, a yellow.
Oh
awning
yeah, it
souvenir
was
shop.
it was nothing. I mean, it's if
And
you go
hookers.
down there now,
Yeah, thank
it's
you.
like totally nothing like what it was when I came here in 1989. It was a shithole. I mean, it really was. I mean,
Now it's just a glamorous shithole.
yeah, it's
for
a
the
glamorous
record.
shithole. Yeah, I mean that's so funny because I have family and friends that come in and like, we're gonna go to Hollywood. I'm like, okay,
You,
go
you
ahead.
know they don't make the movies there anymore, right?
It's not what you think, and it looks nice, but it's really not much different than what it was in '89. So but it does hold a little bit of glamour. So, and we were there when they were building the Kodak Theater, and that's when we recorded the record, which we got associated with Brian from the Busboys.
Yeah.
And I have to say that record stands up. I love it. I think it's a great record. I'm proud of it, and I thank Brian and Steve and Josh and John. Absolutely.
Really. Absolutely.
Are you going to do something off that record?
Yeah. We're going to do Fallen Desperate.
Okay. Yeah.
This happens to be one of my favorite songs down here. I don't even know why. It just means so much to me. The lyrics and just how life can get, and Fallen Desperate was just I wanted this song so bad on the album that this was my pick for the album. So, all the other what was going on was not democracy when we were picking the song choices.
I don't remember, but it kind of got ugly, didn't it? Maybe.
No.
Why does shit have to
You
get
guys
ugly?
weren't there when it got ugly.
I think it was all right. It was like 25 songs, and we had to pick
We had to
12.
pick.
And,
It was so hard. Okay.
Everyone was going to leave with some disappointment, I would
Yeah.
imagine.
I think
Yeah.
so. I
Yeah.
think
So this was my pick. This is
was
called
last
Fallen
night.
Desperate.
Okay.
Whisper your secrets. Tell no one your pleasures. Have nothing to crown. Show up so noble means nothing to the king so proud. Can't seem to find you. I'm falling desperate.
Stay very still, standing frail. Has the queen come tumbling down? Mother, turn your child around. They bow their heads with a painful sound.
Can't seem to find you. I'm falling
Desperate.
beneath the mountain. Lay the perfect foundation. Don't ever let them take it away. Can't seem to find you. I'm falling desperate. Can't seem to find you. I'm falling. Run, run, run away, desperate from here. I can't stand the way I made you feel. Cry for honor, pray for trust. Something magic in our hearts. So run, run, run away, desperate from here. Can't seem to find you. I'm falling desperate, 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 desperate. I'm falling desperate. I'm falling desperate. I'm falling desperate. I'm falling desperate.
Cue.
I love the cue at the very end. That was awesome. So
Wow. We're
Now-
here. We're hanging out.
we are hanging out.
I know what I'm saying.
Which reminds me,
I'm
since
like, wow.
since apparently I turned the script over to you. How many more songs do we
I
have?
know we don't know where we are now, so maybe.
Oh no! Oh yeah, because we threw away the script.
Right, so we don't really have to sing.
Well, we can do
We can sing. So,
we can do 2 or 3.
we can sing so hard.
So hard.
Okay.
want
Well,
us
That
sing
is
another
a
song?
crowd favorite.
how about this? You just let me know when you're doing your last song, so I know when the wrap up comes.
Okay,
So I can sound like I know what I'm doing at least at some point in the
Any Other
show.
Way and so hard. Let's do any other way and so hard. I think
Okay,
that's
so
it.
let's do So Hard in Any Other Way.
Okay,
All right.
let's do that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do so hard and any
Okay,
other
so-
way.
So give us a little introduction to So Hard.
So Hard is our relationship.
Oh,
So Hard is going to work
excellent.
every day. So Hard is keeping the band together. So Hard is just, it's just everything. And that's what So Hard is. You'll hear it in.
It's fun.
This
though.
is when I've always wanted to write a song that the crowd sang to. It never has happened yet,
Yeah,
but
right. But it kind of did happen.
when? What show?
Didn't At the coconut teaser, I think they would sing.
Oh my God, the coconut teaser.
Is
That's
it
not
there
even there anymore.
Did they used to
You rock so hard that what the place like
I know,
fell
right?
apart or something like.
It imploded.
the ceiling was right here.
Some of our
Remember that
best
show?
shows were there. We had some really
Yeah,
good shows.
we had some great
We had good shows
shows.
there, and then we also had good shows at the Alligator Lounge,
Yes.
which is
Yeah.
where we met.
I don't know anybody.
We have to
We have to
give a
mention
shout out where we met Francis.
Francis Fallon.
Oh yeah.
Who was
oh
our
my
guitar
He
God.
really
on
developed the
CD.
sound.
Yeah, you
oh
know.
my God.
Oh my God, we
And
gotta
in
give him
Francis,
a
we
shout
love
out.
you.
Francis,
Yeah.
we love you. You
He was
gave
in-
the sound to
yeah.
It's Me Margaret.
He was in a great band called Darkroom, which coincidentally I was listening to on the way home last night from my gig. I listened to the whole Darkroom record because I do religiously. I love that record. And I knew Francis, and
Oh.
we were searching for a guitar player. And
Remember who was
I
playing with us?
I said, let's try to get Francis. Let's see if he
But
wants to
no,
do
but
it.
He didn't. No.
What?
I remember. Maybe I remember the story differently.
He came to us.
We played at Alligator Lounge, and he said something.
He
to
came.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he came up to me.
Oh, maybe
I
that's
said-
it.
Yeah, and
But
said,
I know you guys met him through me because I like had kind of an association because John
Darkroom,
Agwan
yeah.
and Darkroom did
Right.
so many shows together.
But
Oh,
I
I'm
think he
confused.
actually approached.
Oh, that's great.
I
Oh,
thought. Maybe Francis, if you have to tell us the truth, if you know it.
yeah, Francis,
Francis,
like
if
But
you
he
know
give us
the
a
truth.
shout out. Let
was
us know.
Such an amazing guitar player.
Absolutely.
And he was so.
He's on that whole record,
He's on the record.
and if you listen to the guitar, it's just so layered and like
I know he was so.
the,
So
the-
delicious.
yeah, it's great.
Delicious.
And that's not even a knock against Rich, who you need to kind of give
No.
that story
No, no,
too,
no, no.
because
Rich
Rich was originally in the
original
band
guitar player.
and went away for a long time. And when I convened this back together,
Now Rich is with us.
we were looking for a guitar player, and I was trying to find people, and I was even talking to Aaron Solomon about
really?
it, trying to get him to find me somebody, and he had given me a couple names, and I was playing with
After
Rich.
the pizza incident, Rich was a little
Yeah.
hesitant
Yeah.
to say.
Go on.
Yeah,
right?
there was.
and but
yeah.
didn't he say, hey, you know?
Yeah, I was
And I
playing.
was
I am
really
playing with
touched.
Rich in X Nation, my '90s band, and I told him, I said, "It's Me Margaret's looking for a guitar player," and he hemmed and hawed a little bit, and then he finally said, "I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it." And he got back to us and said, "Let's do it." And it's really funny because he's the original guitar player. We were both in the same band, but never at the same time. So he was the original guitar player. Then I came in the band, but he wasn't in the
that's
band, and
right.
then I left the band. And well, I never left the band.
No, you never left.
No, he kind of came back, and now we're in the same band together. So now he's
We got a
covering
long
Francis's
history.
part. So
And we
yeah,
love you,
yeah,
Rich.
and you don't even want to go into the 9 or 10 bass players that we've had.
Oh, it-
You know, So but anyway,
That's your Spinal Tap.
Yeah,
Instead of going through like a long
Yeah.
sequence of dead drummers,
It's
you have
Me
a long
Margaret
sequence
is
of
the
former
Spinal Tap
bassists.
of bass players.
That's exactly
Yeah.
the truth.
Tom
really.
is our bass player now. We
yeah.
love him.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
I like that you were able to
Tom.
tie Spinal Tap into.
We totally.
We should everyone should type Spinal Tap.
All roads lead back to.
That's
Spinal
why.
Tap.
Tap.
It's
That's why
6
they pay me the
degrees
big
of
bucks, and
separation.
by big bucks I mean you give me alcohol and food.
So anyway, shout out to Francis.
Francis.
Yes.
And really appreciate it.
And
And if
Rich
you
and
do get
Tom.
the disc from us, you'll hear Francis on it, and we love him.
Oh, we love Francis.
Okay, we have 2 more songs. So,
So we're gonna
this one's
sing
called So Hard.
So hard.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Way back in this tiny little shotgun of a town, I thought that you were gonna always be around. Now I know you're not.
It's late at night and I'm staring at the ceiling, wondering if I'm ever gonna change my feelings about you now. It's so hard.
It's so hard
To like you when you do what you do, what you do. It's so hard. You're my sweet delight. I wanna hold you late tonight. I wanna love and kiss you all night long.
I've spent pretty much almost all of my life thinking maybe I was gonna be your wife. And now I know I'm not.
When it's late at night and I'm staring at the ceiling, wondering if I'm ever gonna change my feelings about you now. It's so hard.
It's so hard
To like you when you do what you do, what you do. It's so hard. You're my sweet delight. I wanna hold you late tonight. I wanna love and kiss you all night long.
It was hot and it was humid. People were milling around. They couldn't look each other in the eye. I thought maybe if I lean here against this wall a little bit longer, I can figure it all out and tell God.
It's late at night and I'm staring at the ceilings, wondering if I'm ever gonna change my feelings about you now. It's so hard. It's so hard to like you when you do what you do, what you do. It's so hard. You're my sweet delight. I wanna hold you late tonight. I wanna love and kiss you all night long. It's so hard. It's so hard to like you when you do what you do, what you do. It's so hard. You're my sweet delight. I wanna hold you late tonight. I wanna love and kiss you all night long.
I finally got the cue.
It was the pose. That was the cue.
Uh, it's all on me. I'm sorry, ladies. I used to be so much better, but then here we are now.
You are great.
Perfect.
You are
You
wonderful.
both are great. I'm
Yeah, but-
really having a good time.
You know, we're really glad you came out tonight. I think we've had one of our better shows to date.
Sweet,
Um,
sweet.
so
And they still haven't caught on that we're just doing this to get live performances here at my house.
yeah,
Yeah, but you supplied the party, so that's pretty cool.
He's actually agoraphobic, and he doesn't want to come out, so he
Right.
pretends like he's got something going on here, and he
it's-
gets the bands to come to him.
he has a pregnant wife, and he's not allowed to leave the house.
It's a brilliant plan.
That makes
I can't tell you how many times I'm like, dude, you got to come with me to go see. I can't go, dude.
I got to be the good husband too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely.
How noble.
Yeah, and you are.
You are. You're a good
even
husband.
even if it sacrifices the good friend angle from time to time.
You'll get over it.
Yeah, I do. um, so, a funny thing we haven't discussed yet is the musical influences that you have that have led into what has made the sound of "It's Me, Margaret," or as I found, sometimes the musical influences don't translate directly, but somehow they transform you
Yes.
into who you are and the musician that you are.
Well, Leslie is your.
Well, I think that
Huge.
my influences you can't really hear it. Maybe my style of guitar playing was Nancy Wilson, of course. I really loved her style. She was just full of guts. She just totally rocked and moved all over the stage, and I wanted to be able to do that. But there's the Kinks were a big influence. Led Zeppelin was a big influence, but that just molded me. Not really, you can't really hear it in the music.
Well, that's a theme that we've found with a lot of artists that have come on here. Is that they tell you their influences, and then you listen to their music and you don't hear it. But I think what we found is that it molds you, maybe not your music so much. Like sometimes you hear it in the music, sometimes you don't. But it may have led you to try something that made you into who you are, or into the type of musician you are, or the type of music that you like to write and perform.
That just listening to great music really inspired me to just try to be great.
Who made you want to pick up the guitar?
My mom had Elvis records, so I wanted to be Elvis Presley.
Really?
And I wanted to move like that, and you kind of look like him right
Do
now.
I look like Elvis?
So Elvis.
Skinny
was-
Elvis, by the way.
And that's why.
Not Vegas Elvis.
The blue guitar, is very Elvis Presley, and so.
Good
my-
save, Rubik.
I was just pointing out the obvious, but
So yeah, my mom, she loved Johnny Cash and Elvis Presley, and my dad loved Bob Dylan, and so like I said, my first album I ever had or was given to me was Led Zeppelin 4, Stairway to Heaven. You want to hear it?
yes, because we've never heard that song before, and neither have any of our listeners.
They never even play that on the radio anymore.
No, it's banned. That's what I think. But then in the 70s, at the end of the 70s, I'm not going to discuss how old I am.
Well,
I
you
was
just
I was
kind of
just a
planted
1-year-old then.
I was only 2. Well,
And I
even
went to a
that
big
is
concert
like
at
an
the Cow
ancient.
Palace.
Even 2.
I saw Heart, and I wanted to be in a band. That's when I wanted to be in a band.
When you saw Heart.
Heart, yeah.
Oh, and she finally dragged me to see Heart.
Yeah.
Because I'm not it's the funniest thing, speaking of influences, not a rocker at all. I totally grew up listening to disco and dancing, and it was crazy. Like
Yeah.
how now, and then I remember going to see Heart and just like being so amazed.
Yeah.
So amazed.
They were amazing.
Yeah.
They still are. They were in the rock, the indicted. Is that the right word?
Inducted.
Inducted.
Thank you. Thank you, Rubik.
They're
Yes.
indicted.
Phil Spector was indicted. Hart was inducted.
And he wasn't even indicted in the Rockaholic fame. Rockaholic.
Rockaholic.
I'm stopping what I said.
What you hear going on right here is what we get at practice all
I
the
know,
time.
it's
I'm like
so
in
retarded.
stitches just watching these two. It's not that. It's the interaction between you two and the things that you do. Oh my God, I'm in stitches half the time at practice.
You
I
love
just
us.
can't even believe it.
I do have to say, one of my big influences that just shaped my life. A friend of mine introduced me to Rickie Lee Jones, and I know that probably a lot of people don't even know who she is. Is that like a? It's
I
so
wanna say
painful.
yes, but I
Rickie
might
Lee
be lying.
Jones
I think a lot
was
of people know who Rickie Lee Jones is.
hugely shaped me.
A lot of people
Huge.
your age.
Thanks. I'm glad. I hope so. Her only real single back then was Chucky's in Love, but she just was so special, and she still is. She's still very, very active and involved, but she was just so off the charts, and so coming from such a deep place. She inspired me to want to be expressive, want to express myself, and want to be in the arts, and I didn't know how to do that. I was like, okay, what do I want to do? Oh my God, but I needed to, like, it just loved music and expression through music, and it was really special. So.
Speaking of, this song is our last song. Any Other Way was one of the first songs we ever wrote together, and it's exactly Paula. This song is you all the way, and who I knew in the 90s. This
in
song.
the 90s, who I knew in
You
the
were
90s.
hot in the 90s,
I was
man.
hot.
So
in
so
the
this is
90s.
this is parentheses 90s Paula.
This is 90s
Wait,
Paula.
really? Is this? It
Yeah.
is. Oh,
Yeah.
God. All right.
It's called Any Other Way.
It just ain't about any other way, she'd whisper, all dressed up and willing to sway. Tucked up inside of the cool ride she'd found somewhere along the way. Another day, and another goddamn dance to have to do. She'd slide her arms real delicate like up around your back, making like it's you.
We were walking in the park.
And
It was
you.
late at night, we're walking in the dark.
You and me, see,
Tell you
we're
right
gonna
now,
make
just
it.
ain't right.
Just ain't about any other way. She's a little worried, there's nothing much to say. She's having trouble remembering their names. He says, come on, keep dancing that way, you know. Her breath hung for a moment in the air. She'd dare take up beats between the rhythm and the seat of lies that tasted sweet as they went down easy. Another sleazy silhouette of strangled dreams, a silent scream wrapped up in the glitter and the glimpse of another way.
You and me, we
There
were
ain't no
walking in
other
the park.
way.
It was late at
She'd
night, we're
whisper.
walking in the dark.
Hey, you and me,
Oh,
see,
tonight, I tell you right
we're
now,
gonna
it
make
just ain't
it.
right.
just ain't about any other way. She's a little worried, there's nothing much to say. She's having trouble remembering their names. He says, come on, I keep dancing that way, you know. There ain't no other way.
It was late at
She'd
night, we're walking in the
whisper.
dark.
Hey, you and me, see,
I tell you right
Oh, we're
now,
gonna
it
make
just ain't
it.
right.
just ain't about any other way. She's a little worried, there's nothing much to say. She's having trouble remembering their names. He says, come on, I keep dancing that way, you know, you know, you know, you know.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies.
You.
So all of you that are at home still conscious on this 420, which sadly might not be many of our viewers anymore, whether they were drinking or smoking pot all day or whatever. Who knows how long they were to hold on. But on behalf of all of our viewers and everybody, we'd like to thank you for coming out tonight. This was a
Thank
really great
you.
show. We really appreciate you coming
We
out
had
and
a
enjoying
really
that.
great time.
You guys are great. You just made me feel really relaxed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I could see both of you.
Uh-huh.
A little
Oh,
bit.
That's
Yeah.
it's nice to know we have that effect on women. But yeah, really great set. Again, for everybody that's still conscious, if you'd like to see these ladies perform in person, you can see them at Genghis Cohen this coming Saturday at 7:30. Paula,
Yes.
At
7:30.
7:30, I'll make sure to be ready. I will be there.
I've been to Genghis Cohen. They don't wait for you.
No, I know. I know.
And I don't know anything. Any other thank yous or anything you want to say before we
Thank
cut you
Jen.
loose?
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, I mean, yeah, we've gone through the history of it, and I think we've thanked everybody. And if we miss somebody, I sincerely apologize.
Shirley.
We'll get. Oh yeah, Shirley.
Shirley.
Hi, Shirley.
She was
You
our
know,
manager.
Yeah.
She was
No,
great.
it's just been really fun, and I'm happy
And
to
we're
be
having a
back
good
with
time,
them, and
yeah.
and we had a great time here. And thanks so much for having us. It's been great.
Yeah.
Thank
Thanks
you.
you
Thank you for
guys
having
so
us.
much, and
Thank
thanks
you.
for doing what you're doing, because it's a big deal. You know, this feels good, and it really helps as an artist to come and be in a situation where they feel like they're being, you know, loved and asked that you, not that you love me, but that, you know, you're
Oh,
interested.
we love you, Paula.
But you're interested. You know what I mean? And you get to talk about your music and talk about your songs, and that's like
Yeah.
a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Nobody ever really asks us
No.
shit like that, so that's really special. Thanks.
Now I'm going to cry. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Margaret. Again, thanks for coming out tonight.